What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. Alright guys, so we are going to jump back into our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe, and we're going to continue covering the Ultimate Power storyline. Now, last week we covered the first half of this storyline, but this week we are going to cover the second half of this storyline. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe for more comic book videos like this in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, please let me know in the comments below. But guys, let's go ahead and dive into the second half of Ultimate Power. We're going to have the Ultimate Marvel heroes fighting against the Squadron Supreme. I do hope you enjoy this video. Now we pick up where our last video left off at, with the Ultimate Marvel heroes arriving to Earth 31916, where we left off with Thor was going to fight this Earth version of Hyperion, which we see that they are evenly matched. And so you have Nick Fury tell Susan and Johnny Storm to go out there and help Thor out with this battle, while the rest of the heroes find Reed Richards, because Reed is so smart that he could tell this Earth how to destroy the Ultimate Earth universe. Now we do see that Susan and Johnny Storm try a brother and sister combo on Hyperion, which you would think this would work because these two are powerful enough to do some real damage, but to only end up seeing that Hyperion is still stronger than they are, which leads to Thor watching Susan and Johnny being defeated by Hyperion, realizing that maybe he is way over his head with this battle right here with this man. Now we do see the other heroes trying to find Reed Richards, which leads to Nick Fury saying that they should go to this Earth version of Washington, D.C., which then leads to the question on how does Nick Fury know so much about this Earth? And so you have Captain America and Spider-Man realize that Nick Fury is hiding something. The question is though, what is he hiding? Which then we jump over to Reed Richards being moved to a more secure location away from the Ultimate Marvel heroes. But Reed still gets a look at what is happening outside, which is now an all-out war between the Ultimate Marvel heroes and the Squadron Supreme. And so you have all the heroes of Ultimate Marvel trying to take on one superhero team. And it's a huge battle all over the place, and Reed is kind of like, oh crap, what did I just do? What is happening? Why are they all here for me for? Now you have the story shift over to give us a bunch of pages of the two sides fighting against each other, which honestly, this is just to show us that these two sides are basically equal because they are matching blow to blow. But this is again keeping these guys busy so Nick Fury can continue his search for Reed Richards, because again, the fear that he is so smart, he can literally tell them how to destroy the Ultimate Marvel Universe Earth. Now we pick up with Reed Richards, who is still being held hostage by Dr. Burbank. Now remember, Dr. Burbank is supposed to be the smartest person on this planet, Earth 31916. But of course, he failed to save his Earth from this organism that is killing the Earth. And so with that being said, you have Reed Richards begging for Burbank to let him go so he can tell the Ultimate Marvel heroes to stop fighting and let him finish what he is doing on this Earth. But Dr. Burbank says no and basically knocks out Reed with some kind of gas. Now we do get a two-page setting where we have Nick Fury asking the Scarlet Witch to get out there and fight, which she says no, because on the Squadron Supreme team, there is a member named Akana, and I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that, but whose powers are kind of like the Scarlet Witch. And so the Scarlet Witch says if both their powers are used at once, something bad could really happen. And so she is trying to stay out of the fight before making things even worse for everybody in this big battle. Now we pick up with Nick Fury kind of talking to himself a little bit, where we find out that Nick's plan was to have both sides fighting so he will be able to sneak in and go get the probes, because the probes that started this event that were made by Reed Richards were sent to other dimensions to collect data of those other dimensions. Then Nick Fury would come back with the probes and get off this earth and get back home. The big problem comes up is when you have Nick Fury go and talk to this mysterious person from our last video once again, which we find out that he's apparently part of the plan to get these probes back as well. But this person attacks Nick Fury and goes out and wipes out all of the people who have been fighting this whole time. Which then you have Spider-Man appear and sees that Nick Fury was hiding something, which we come to find out the mysterious person who has been working with Nick Fury is actually Doctor Doom. Ultimate Marvel Universe Doctor Doom is returning for the first time ever since the Ultimate Fantastic Four storyline that involved the Marvel Zombies. Now this is where we kind of learn why Doctor Doom is here, because Spider-Man is questioning Nick Fury, because the Fantastic Four told Spider-Man that Doctor Doom was a dangerous man. And so you have Nick Fury revealed that back in the beginning of our storyline where Reed went to Nick and the other people of the board asking for $22 million so he can be able to make the probes and gather information about these other dimensions around the Ultimate Marvel Universe, where Nick Fury did not want Reed to get the information first, so he went to Doctor Doom to have Doctor Doom basically relay the information to S.H.I.E.L.D. first, which of course means that Doctor Doom and Nick Fury are the real reason why this Earth 31916 is being destroyed right now. It is not Reed Richards' fault at all. But then the story quickly tells us that it is not Doctor Doom who is to blame for this planet being destroyed, because we jump over to Reed Richards and Dr. Burbank, where we come to find out that basically Dr. Burbank was being loved by all of the people all over the world for being the smartest person in the world. Everyone was paying attention to him until the Squadron Supreme appeared. And so the world was so amazed by superheroes that basically they forgot about him. And so what he did was he made the organism and then lied to the world that it was Reed Richards' probe that is at fault for bringing this organism to this world, which then we see that Reed Richards was faking being knocked out and now knows that this is all Dr. Burbank's fault for this Earth being destroyed. Now we do get a few pages of Thor being pretty cool, where he's basically just wiping out a bunch of the Squadron Supreme people, which is not even a challenge the way the man is going through every single one of them, knocking them out one by one. But then we jump over to Nick Fury and Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is still going off at Nick Fury for bringing Doctor Doom to this battle. Then you have Nick Fury say that he brought another weapon with him to handle everyone, which we come to find out that this man brought the Hulk with him, which is kind of like, dude, you brought the Hulk here as well? Like, why in the world would you bring the Incredible Hulk here with you? Then you have the Scarlet Witch and Akana using their magic all over the battlefield, which with these two using their magic, just like Scarlet Witch said earlier, with these two using their magic powers in the same area, which makes their powers to bring another group of heroes to this battle, which this group of heroes being brought here is the original Squadron Supreme, the one from Earth 712, but they appear saying the same thing the other Squadron Supreme said earlier, that Reed Richards destroyed their Earth as well. Now, the 8th chapter of this storyline is literally used to give us a book where we see everyone fighting against each other. You have both Squadron Supreme and the Ultimates, plus Fantastic Four and the X-Men fighting as well. It is a huge battle between everyone. Now, something to point out is that both Squadron Supreme keep saying the same thing as the other Squadron Supreme says something. And so you have people wondering, why is that happening? Why are both sides saying the same thing as the other? Now, the biggest thing about this fight is that the thing trashes Doctor Doom, which we come to find out it is a Doom bot. Which makes sense because if you remember, Doctor Doom is supposed to be trapped in the Marvel zombie universe. But the big question now comes up, who sent this Doom bot in the first place with Nick Fury? Now the fight still continues on, but something to point out is that the original Squadron Supreme met the Avengers from the main Marvel universe. And so when they see Captain America, they think of him from the Avengers, which he's all like, no, I'm from the Ultimates. But now again, this chapter is mainly used to give us this huge epic battle between everyone. And the book closes with Spider-Man and the Hulk finally joining the battle. And so you can really say chapter 8 is really not that important at all. Now, this last chapter opens up with basically everyone fighting against the Hulk. The Hulk lands and every single person is like, oh, well, let's stop fighting against each other and stop the Hulk, which to me is kind of weird for everyone to stop what they are doing to just stop the Hulk, which everyone starts losing to the Hulk. Like the Hulk is kicking every single one of their butts, which remember, you are now talking about an army of heroes fighting against the Hulk to only have him beating them down. Now, something to point out is that you have some people realize that with both Squadron Supremes being here, all Squadron Supreme people powers are cut in half. And so right now, they are only half as strong as they should be. But after they figured that out, we do see the Thing fight against the Hulk, which ends with the Thing winning the battle and the Hulk being knocked out. Now, after the big battle is wrapped up, since the Hulk is knocked out, you have all the magic users use their powers to send the original Squadron Supreme back home to their Earth. Now, after they do that, you have Captain America and Hyperion talk about making a deal, because they think it is Doctor Doom who is behind all of this, and so they should be free to go. But then you have Spider-Man tell everyone that Nick Fury was working with Doctor Doom. And so you have Captain America tell Hyperion from Earth 31916 that they can keep Nick Fury here because it is his fault for all of this. So he can stay here to be put on trial for what he did. Then you have Reed Richards tell everyone that Dr. Burbank is also at fault as well, which he will be put on trial as well. And that actually closes this storyline with Nick Fury being stuck on Earth 31916. Oh, something else is that Zarda from the Squadron Supreme goes with the Ultimate Marvel Universe back to the Ultimate Marvel Universe to watch over the heroes. What's going on here, YouTube? Okay, so this is the part of the video where I basically sit down and give my thoughts on about this storyline. Now, to be honest, guys, I am not a huge fan of this at all. And the reason why I say that is because when I originally collected Ultimate Power, I want to say I stopped after like the second or third chapter for unknown reasons. But then when I came back and bought a digital copy because it was on sale, when I sat down and read this, I was kind of like, okay, you know what? Here we go. Ultimate Power. Let's dive into this 9-part storyline and see how it truthfully is. And it sucks. And the reason why I say that is because this book, guys, was 9 issues long. but you had 3 different writers work on 3 different books. And you can tell between each writer that the next writer after the last had no idea where the story was truthfully going to. Because after Brian Michael Bendis left, after writing the first 3 chapters, the second writer came in. You can tell he was kind of like, okay, so I'm guessing this was the plan. Then after he left, the third writer came in and he was kind of like, I think this is how it's supposed to end. Like, you can tell by the way the story was going that it just got bonkers left and right. Also, another big problem was this was supposed to be the big bang for the Ultimate Marvel Universe, because this was the first book where you're going to have all the Ultimate characters in one big title. The X-Men, Spider-Man, the Ultimates, Fantastic Four. They were all in this one book for one big important bang storyline. And the thing is, the X-Men were not even used properly right. The X-Men were just there. They're like, hey, here's the X-Men. They're here because Nick Fury told them to come along. That's it. That is truthfully it. Not one single member except Kitty Pryde played an important role. Besides that, they're just there. Number 2, this storyline truthfully did nothing to help the Ultimate Marvel Universe out. All it did was say, hey, look, we're going to take Nick Fury away and put him over this universe, and instead going to give you a character named Zarda, who we are hardly ever going to use in the near future of Ultimate Marvel. Number 3, guys, of why I cannot, number 4 probably, of why I cannot stand this whole storyline. Guys, these were 9 books that took forever to come out because they were delayed so many times. You would get 1 or 2 books in, the next thing you know, the next chapter would not come out for like 2 to 3 to 4 months. It was that bad. 9 issues took, I want to say it was a year or 2 to finish 9 books. That's how bad this title was. It's a hot mess. And truthfully, while reading this, I was kind of like, okay, the writers have no idea what the game plan was, and they're just going all over the place. It's truthfully a book I do not recommend, and those are my reasons why. But if you want to buy this book for some strange reason, go ahead. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. So please hit that like button down below and also subscribe for more comic book videos in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below. But guys, I'm out of here and I'll see you on the next comic book video. Later, guys.